Ready to shine inside out? Welcome to Polished Beauty Podcast, where ambition meets empowerment. We talk business, beauty, brain, body. I am your host, Dr. Daisy Ayim, triple board certified cosmetic surgeon and OBGYN. Let's get polished. Hey everyone, this episode I'm really excited about because we all want to be young forever. I don't know who wants to get old because I don't. And my guest today, he is amazing. He's very inspirational. I want to introduce to you guys Dr. LaValle. He's a clinical pharmacist. He's also a nutritionist. And check this out, guys. He is the co-chair of the Anti-Aging Academy of America, and he has taught so many physicians that are integrative health. So if you hear a physician that say, I am an integrative physician, he's probably taught them. So he's going to come here to teach us how we're going to stay young and fabulous forever. Welcome to the show.
Oh, it's great to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. So anti-aging, there's a lot of talk on that. What does that mean when you hear the word anti-aging?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think, you no matter what therapy you do, I don't think I'm going to turn back to an infant, right?
Yes.
But I think what it's about is trying to neutralize the march on aging that occurs due to stress, exposures, diet, too much exercise, not enough, sleep issues, right? All those things that turn on metabolic inflammation. So anti-aging would be, let's look at your lab values in chemistry. Let's turn off or at least blanket those numbers that are showing that we're moving in the wrong direction. And so now we turn on the ones that keep us protected. And guess what?
What?
Now all of a sudden our chronological age is higher than our biological age, right?
We love it.
Of course. I mean, I think it's one, obviously, we all want to live a better health span, right?
Yes, we do.
And, what I got passionate about 4 years ago was I just want people to live into their 80s without needing 10 different medications. I love the thought, let's all be centenarians. But let's be centenarians where we're healthy and we're in a social construct, right? And we're in an environment that gives us and feeds us the health we deserve. And I think that's what's come alive, at least in our country, finally.
Finally.
I thought for the longest time it was never going to happen because I was engaged in it kind of early.
Yeah, and I want to talk on that because now it's a big thing. But when you started, it really wasn't a conversation. What was keeping you going?
That's a really good question. First of all, it was I got sick. I had qualified for the U.S. Nationals in bodybuilding. I was a Division I athlete. And I felt terrible. I looked good. I was getting skin rashes, getting tired, passing out after I ate from low blood sugar. And I took up some advice, went to a doc that did back then, that's really weird holistic stuff.
Right.
But he put me on a low allergen diet, gave me nutrients. I'm going through pharmacy school at the time. And I was lucky because my pharmacy school, actually, we learned about botanical medicines and organic medicinal biochemistry and learned how to compound. But the point was, it changed my life. So in 1982, I came alive and I was already training and already thinking I was, exercising.
Exactly.
Wasn't eating the way I needed to.
Yeah.
But then I started to get on that organized path. And that's what did it. I mean, I just couldn't get enough of it. So I've written 26 books and 5 databases, and I just...
Impressive.
Well, I know it's interesting. I just can't stop. The passion to help people, there's nothing better than when a person comes back to you, and you know this, and they say, I feel better.
Yes.
I'm not having trouble sleeping. My hormones are balanced. I'm not yelling at my children anymore, right?
Yeah,
I mean, all
life
that.
is good.
Life is good, right?
Yeah.
So I think, and I had this curiosity about, well, why can't we scale? Why can't we create tests and look at individuals and go, let's make it easy for you to understand why you broke? Where's your metabolic roadblocks at?
So is there such thing as too much anti-aging?
Oh, you're really hitting it on the head today. What's going on here? What'd you dig? You just had coffee or something? I mean, that's crazy.
I haven't had coffee. I don't drink coffee. But
Do you have tea?
I haven't had tea either. I don't drink none of them. Oh, no, I do drink tea, Moroccan tea.
Okay.
But, I asked that question because, someone would think, well, when is it too much?
I think you're right on, actually. Some of the research that we're doing, I sit on various boards of research companies, and one of the lab companies specializes in mitochondrial testing to find out the health of your mitochondria, which is kind of the basis of, are you aging or not, are you getting ill or not? And it turns out the people that are doing the most intense biohacking, like they're always pushing their mitochondria.
Yeah.
They're always doing too much.
There.
Oh, I'm going to cold plunge. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. They're just pushing themselves. Their mitochondrial scores aren't so good. So to your point, I've always been a big advocate of fix what's really broke. Are there some key things that will help you to slow that aging clock?
Yeah.
But always check in on it.
Yeah.
Are you doing too much?
Yeah.
Because in the end, you're supposed to enjoy this stuff.
Enjoyment, yes.
I mean, it's all, why do we do all this?
Yeah.
I don't want a day full of, hey, if I just do these 18 things, I'm going to be healthier in 20 years.
Right.
Because I'm going to miss 20 years of fun.
That part.
Right? So it's important to balance what you need to do. Create a lifestyle that promotes health, promotes longevity, but at the same time, don't forget about life's meant to be enjoyed. Life's meant to be, grasping for love and enjoying and endearing others and helping people, right?
Absolutely.
And so when all we do is focus on the other, it's trouble.
It's trouble. And the reason too that I asked that question, I've had some patients that come in my office and they have like 18, 20 supplements. And they're like,
exactly.
I am feeling some kind of way, or I'm thinking, and I'm like, my God, are you okay swallowing 18 pills? Because that alone,
3 times a day,
that's a lot.
Right.
And so that's why I asked that question, when is too much? Because my goal when I see that, I'm like, let's scale it down to few pills.
Right.
Because, we're in a pill culture here. Other societies, they don't even have that type of supplements. And we're doing well, relatively, health-wise, Yeah. So it's like, when do we balance enough and not too much and enjoy it, like you say, not make it a chore?
Yeah, I think one of the things is, here we have a lot of, low quality food. It just is so there's poor nutrient density to our food. We have a lot of environmental exposure. That big study had just come out showing that people that were in more industrialized countries versus living in a more rural environment, rural environment, we're living longer with a better quality of life.
Yes.
I think it's because of less exposures, less hecticness, less lighting, less phones, less texts, less traffic, right?
Yes.
But I think the point is that I think you do what you need. So if you have several layers of toxicity, right? If you're, say, have a lot of mercury in you or a lot of lead in you, and you need to get rid of that environmental burden, okay, well, that's a oil gram. But once it's done, what are you doing now that just keeps you stable? So, for me, it's always about balancing the nervous system.
Yeah.
Are you sympathetic dominant? Are you in balance?
Right.
Because we know that that's going to throw a lot off if you stay in sympathetic tone.
Absolutely.
And so that's kind of one of the big things that we do with our, when we developed our algorithm for lab tests and questionnaires, it was, well, where are you at?
Yeah.
Right now. What's broke?
Yeah.
Fix what's broke.
Right.
Don't just do things to do things.
Yeah. So my question to you, I don't know if you have anything to add to it, but salmon DNA. What are your thoughts on that? Because that's the new hottest anti-aging thing that's going on in the skincare world.
Yeah.
What is your thought and your opinion, your feelings about it?
I mean, I like things like OS01 for skincare because I think it does a little more global things. I always worry when I hear the word DNA. So I think it's probably, I'm not as up on skincare pretty thoroughly, but I haven't thoroughly read on that. Yeah. So what are you using it for?
Well, anti-aging,
sure.
Have glassy, glowing skin,
Is it collagen building like copper, GHKC?
I have to personally look at all the research. I'm not sure of the research and the data behind it.
Yeah.
I know of the hype behind it.
See, So you and I are in the same position,
Yes,
right? You
we
want to
are.
look and see
I want
our
data.
results.
I want numbers. I want research.
Yeah, because I know if I do PRP and use copper peptide and use red light therapy,
You get
I'm gonna-
results.
I'm going to stimulate collagen synthesis at least 17%.
Yes, you will.
Whereas a lot of times when these products are coming out, oh yeah, just put it on and it's better. I have to read up and dig into it.
And see. Yeah,
Just being honest.
Yeah, no. And I think that's totally true because we don't have enough time frame of usage and data to really give us the numbers to the hype, know, because that's a hype of anti-aging. It's kind of like exosomes, which, we know is good, but peptide we know because we have data on that.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. What do you see the future with anti-aging? What do you think it's going to look like? When you started, it was obviously not a thing. You were kind of like this lonesome shark. Yeah. And now you have all these friends.
Yeah, right.
What do you think the future looks like for anti-aging?
What I hope it looks like is that people, they get evaluated and we correct where their imbalances are. So we take care of the core things like insulin resistance, bad actor lipids, inflammation in the body, like C-reactive protein. If you don't fix those things, then all these other things, Tibetan goji berries, picked in the night, right?
Yeah.
All those things just don't happen. So the first point is, to me, anti-aging is really about correct your sins of the past or what you've been exposed to.
There you go.
All right?
Yes.
And then embrace the various therapies. I think they have to be attractive to you because you only do something for so long. Like red light therapy to me is cool. I got my red light therapy bed at home. I want to be in that red light therapy, right?
Yeah.
I have a lot of training equipment at home. I want to exercise because I know building muscle and bone density is important.
Yeah.
So I think it gets individualized, but what I do think is going to happen is because I do a lot of epigenetic studies as well, right? There's a lot of information that we're going to be able to get that's going to say, here's where you're going towards maybe dementia or an autoimmune disorder. But because we have enough data and understanding, here's how we're going to turn it around. Yeah. And of course, if you're willing to do the plans, because that's the biggest part, right? As you know,
for sure.
We can give somebody the best plan.
I always ask my guests this one question. Okay. Sure. What's the one bold thing? It could be a decision, it could be a moment, it could be a life experience, but that one bold thing that has got you here today.
Okay. So I was working as a pharmacist behind the counter in the roughest neighborhood in the Greater Cincinnati area. It was closing. Lady came up to me, gave me a prescription for a diabetes medication. She was on a Medicaid card. I looked at it. My grandmother was diabetic. My father was diabetic. She went around, got her groceries, came to pick it up, looked in her cart. I went, oh my God, you're picking all the foods that are bad for you. Can I show you around the store, which I was not supposed to do?
Yeah.
That act of me saying, let me show you what to eat.
Yeah.
I then went to the Kroger's, grocery chain. I said, I want to test for lipids. I want to test for blood sugar. And I want to put signs all over the store about what are healthy foods for these people. Yeah. And they let me do it.
Nice.
And it ended up becoming a food tagging system that influenced 2.5 million people a week. Now, what did I learn from that? Reach out and help one person, no matter how lowly you may think they be in the neighborhood that they're in. Care about that one person, and it can turn into caring about millions. And that's actually probably the defining moment in my career where I just could not turn off this fire to help others.
Wow. That's so impactful. You guys, we're still polished. No, this is great. I love that. I mean, as a kind act with no intent other than to be kind is the greatest gesture you can give another human on this planet. So,
well said.
Yes.
I could not agree more. And I've tried to live my life since that time to do that.
Yes. So how can the audience reach you? Where can we find you? Your Instagram, your website?
Sure. Instagram's The Real Jim LaValle, and there's lots of cool information on there. I'm getting about 100,000 downloads on my info a month. The metaboliccode.com. Obviously, I'm with Lifetime, so lifetime.com. And those are probably two big ones. You could get, and also just search JimLaValle.com. I have, just remember Jim LaValle,
Absolutely.
and you'll find me.
Yes, I'm going to include all his handles and his tags in the description, guys, so you can follow Dr. LaValle. He keeps saying Jim LaValle, but he's Dr. Jim LaValle. Thank you so much for joining us today.
It was a real pleasure. It was fun getting to talk with you.
Absolutely, same. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and thank you for listening. Video recording of this episode will be featured on our YouTube channel, Dr. Daisy Ayim. We are also found on Instagram at Polish Beauty Podcast or at Dr. Daisy Ayim. Remember, a new episode drop every Wednesday, so stay tuned. Please like, share, follow.